Hey everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Savannah and it's the end of the month, which means another dev diary for Prehistoric Kingdom. This one for the month of April, of course. We're gonna go ahead and get into it, talk all about it. I don't have much time, so we're gonna try to do this in one shot. So let's go ahead and get going. Update 11 is the first thing we're going to talk about. To keep it brief, development on Update 11 is going well. The logistics system is essentially complete, but pending integration with staff and more UI elements. Staff themselves are coming along with a lot of work being done on their models and animations. Although staff and logistics won't make the initial PTB, which is Public Testing Branch, release for Update 11, we're pleased with how they're developing and look forward to sharing more with you soon. So talking specifically about Update 11, which is coming to a public testing branch, and I'm probably not the best person to explain what that means, but it essentially means that they roll it out to us. We can actually get into it, play the game, see the features, and submit feedback for the devs to then implement and fix bugs and things like that. That's about as best as I can explain it. If there's anything else that I need to know or you want to share more information about Public Testing Branch, go ahead and do so down in the comment section. The first version of Update 11 will be hitting the Steam PTB on May 10th. So we really don't have too long to wait. That's just about a week and a half from now if you're watching the video when it goes live. Very, very exciting. This build will contain the following features. A new species, not going to try to pronounce that just yet, new modules, new basic or backstage props, improved fences and staff gates, improved excavation systems, improved GUI flow. We'll be rolling out logistics and staff-related gameplay to the PTB as their development continues. In the meantime, players will have access to the new staff-related modules such as the Loading Bay, Staff Center, and Fossil Depot to prepare parks and create custom prefabs. One of the other changes we've made is to the Animal Nursery. Like the Fossil Depot, there will only be one Animal Nursery module per park, with the menu now accessible from the Park Services menu. The current module designs will eventually be converted into props with a new building and nursery UI revamp coming down the line. So we get a little bit of a sneak peek here at the new kind of UI menu. It looks very clean, very cool, love it. Obviously, anything that makes the game look better or organize a little bit better is great in my book. So nice to see that. The current nursery menu will be found in the same place as excavations, research, and finances. Makes a lot of sense if that's kind of how you are running your park. You know, you're getting the DNA from your excavations and having to do the research and all that kind of stuff. It makes sense to have it in there as well. As always, the PTB will include experimental changes and won't reflect the final Update 11 release. There you go. That's what a PTB is. The team will be working to add more content, polish, and progressively finalize the update. This year, we're aiming to utilize the PTB more frequently so that players can check in to see what we're up to, even if it's in development. Which I think is great, you know, allowing the community to kind of bug test or give feedback. Really, I mean, it makes me feel more involved. It lessens the wait time between waiting for content to roll out. So I think it's great. Very, very exciting. And then we'll talk about it a little bit later in here, but the devs make really good choices, in my opinion, on the balance between pushing content out and then making sure that it's actually ready. So despite the fact that they are using this public testing branch, I've never quite felt like anything is like severely unpolished. Like, yeah, things may not be finished, but they're very upfront about that. And the things that they do kind of decide to wait on and push out when it's completely done, I think they do a really good job at balancing that. So for Update 11, let's talk about the fence rework. Over the years, fences and enclosures have accumulated a lot of tech debt due to having some of the oldest code in the game. They were so old, in fact, that they never actually predate the modular building system. With staff needing to access enclosures pretty soon, we had two options. Band-aid the gates onto the old code and rework the fences down the line, or rework the fences now, but delay the update for the PTB till May 10th. Obviously, they chose the second option, and in a little over a week, our awesome programmers not only rebuilt the fence system from the ground up, but improved performance and added support for modular staff gates. On the technical side, these new fences are way less rigid to work with and have allowed the team to add some excellent quality of life improvements for our users. For example, if I go down just a little bit here, bring this to the center of the screen, when placing fences, they'll now collide and snap to existing sections rather than clipping through them. The maximum segment length has also been increased, making it easier to create circular habitats. There's also a new line indicator that appears once the max length is reached. I love that. And a lot of what we'll continue to talk about as well makes it much easier to build like symmetrical enclosures. And if you want to snap things to a 90 degrees and make them line up and not be all wonky, the fact that we can make like perfect circles like they're doing here in this little GIF is great. I think it's really important. It's important for a player like me who wants things to look nice and pretty and be easy to do so. So I love it. If touching an existing segment, angle snap now uses its local direction rather than defaulting to the world grid. This means that if you're building fences at a strange angle and decide to use angle snap, the game will automatically account for it. And that's what I mean. As you can see there, the fence is snapping off of that circle, but instead of snapping, like it said, to the world map, it's snapping 90 degrees off of that already existing piece of fence, which I think is great. And it's doing it into the center of the little circle as well. Then, furthermore, on fences, when replacing fence designs, the preview is now real time. You can see an example below. So all you have to do is scroll your mouse over a fence with the one that you want it to replace it with, and you'll be able to see a preview of what it might look like before you actually click and install that fencing. So I think that's great as well. Modular staff gate modules can be attached to fences, updating in real time. Temporary gate art in this little GIF below. These will eventually allow staff to pass into enclosures once they are included in Update 11. That's great. They're actually becoming like actual exhibits and enclosures, right? That their staff can go in and out of. I love it. Very, very cool. I do hope, one thing that I would hope for the fences and the gates and things is if the door kind of sort of snap to like match the style of the fence. I think that would be really cool. So if like, for example, this one had like glass all around the door, the wood one would obviously be made out of like logs and stuff like that. So I'm not quite sure what they'll end up doing with that in the final version of it, but it would be something that I would be very excited to see. All of this is on top of fences not only rendering faster, but taking up way less memory too. Thanks to this new infrastructure, it's going to be so much easier for us to tackle things like fence maintenance and animal breakouts in the future. I'm so excited for animal breakouts, mostly just to see like the animations and what the animals do, but I cannot wait. Cannot wait. These improvements have been needed for a long time, and we couldn't be happier to finally get it out of the way. Beautiful. Moving on to next Update 11's basic theme props. In Update 11, we're adding a bunch of new backstage props as a part of the basic theme. With staff coming soon, we wanted to provide a few more items to help make the zoo feel more real. So very cool. I mean, you guys obviously know that I like to make pretty things, and I treat this game mostly as a sandbox game for now. But all these little backstage props that you don't actually have to make piece by piece, will definitely help you detail your parks without like shooting your piece count through the roof. Because of course, everything in Prehistoric Kingdom is resizable, scalable. So really, a lot of these things that you're looking at in this picture, you could actually create with just the pieces we already have in the game, with a couple minor exceptions. But it requires using a lot of pieces. It also requires a lot of patience. And so I think it's great that they're including these little things to decorate our backstage and things like that with. Moving right along to the future. Looking to the immediate future, everything discussed below will not be available in the initial Update 11 build coming to the PTB, but will instead be added progressively, starting with a brand new species. During the Update 11 PTB, a new sauropodomorph, is that how you say that? Will be marching its way into your parks. Please welcome the broad lizard, Plateosaurus? Plateosaurus. Yes? Did I nail it? Now hold on, wait, that's different than the one they mentioned up here. Is that correct? Didn't I see? Yeah, a new species. Is it oh no. Lealendasaura? That's a different animal. Okay, back to this one. The Plateosaurus, the one that is a little easier to say, I guess, question mark. This guy has a funny looking face, man, but I do like the stripes that go from the upper jaw to the lower jaw. I think that's really, really cool on his patterning. But anyway, I digress. Let's talk about this. Unlike its younger relatives currently featured in the game. Wait, hold on. Who are its younger relatives? I know very little about dinosaurs. I'm always constantly reminded, so please let me know who are its little relatives. This Triassic dinosaur was bipedal, featuring short forelimbs with sharp claws. Our scientists have observed extreme size variation in adult specimens of Plateosaurus. Plateosaurus, right? Okay. Making these species a particularly diverse bunch to look at. Plateosaurus will be released later in an Update 11 PTB patch. But they look so cool. I love the patterning. I mean, it's a very typical, like, spotty, splotchy, stripy patterning and whatnot, but I think their facial, like, construction, their facial shape is kind of unique, I guess, at least to me. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about dinosaurs, so I'm always looking to learn more. If you have any facts or information, definitely leave those down in the comment section for me below. But moving right along, Animal Nursery Revamp and Paleopedia. During the Update 11 PTB, we'll be overhauling the Animal Nursery with a fresh design and new behavior. Our goal is to move away from showing a general or default specimen and aim to instead display the actual individual that will be bred. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting! That is so cool that you'll be able to see what you're actually going to be producing and putting into your park. This means that you'll be able to see potential mutations, size, and skin variation prior to creation. Each time you create an individual, the next one will appear different. Now, I wonder if it resets and regenerates a size, a pattern, a mutation, things like that, only if you create the animal, or if, say, for example, you have this one up here on the screen, you close it, would you get a new Paraceratherium design or size or color or whatever? Or would you actually have to create them? Because if it is the option where you could kind of just reset the menu, looking for mutations and stuff becomes probably very tedious, but much easier than actually having to synthesize all these different dinosaurs or animals to get to the one that you want. But I am a fan of the UI. It looks a lot cleaner to me. I don't think there was anything wrong with the old UI, but this one just looks much cleaner and much easier to look at, in my opinion. So excited. As you can see, the UI concept art above all of the habitat stats are missing. That's because everything you need to satisfy your animals has been moved to the Paleopedia, an upcoming database that can be accessed from anywhere in the park. Okay, very cool. For those of you similar with Planet Zoo, that works a lot like Planet Zoo, where there's a encyclopedia of everything that you need to know about your animals and what they need to be happy in your park. And so that's probably why this looks so much cleaner, is just because there's less going on in this UI. I really do like it. I like the subtle like backdrop behind the Paraceratherium where it's all kind of blurry, but it's clearly like a landscape picture. I kind of really like that. There's more concept arts there for work in progress UI for different menus. Very, very cool. Since a lot of the species descriptions are currently being written, we'll be adding them into the Paleopedia at a later date. Here's an early look at how that looks, though. Oh, very cool. What a cool picture. Yeah, I love that. Awesome. And with that, that's it. Down below here is just some community spotlights. There's this picture right here. Is absolutely gorgeous. Such a cool picture. That looks like it could have been taken like in a real forest with a real dinosaur. But that's it. Thank you for reading April's Dev Diary. Don't forget the initial PTB for Update 11 goes live on May 10th, so be sure to update your games. We're excited to have you with us on this journey and look forward to continuing development on Update 11. So nice, short, but sweet Dev Diary there. Lots to kind of unpack and look forward to. So, of course, as always, let me know what you think, what you're excited for, and if you are happy with how this game is progressing and developing. And yeah, that's it. That's all you get from me. I will talk to you guys in the next video, and do keep your eyes peeled as I do have a brand new Prehistoric Kingdom project releasing on the channel, which should be tomorrow if you guys are watching this when it goes live. So keep your eyes peeled. Brand new build, brand new project. Very excited to kind of roll it out. So I hope you enjoy. But until next time, I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.